Hi, welcome back to part 2. As I promised, we're going to dive into the carpeted section, and this one's going to be a little bit more of a heated debate maybe amongst the employees. So with that being said, Bill, tell us your thoughts on the carpet situation.
You betcha. Real quick, Fernando referenced the trip home from Santa Clara last week and the conversations we had. Now, candidly, don't take this the wrong way, Jim, but as we were driving home, I made the comment to my counterparts, by about 5 o'clock, after we had looked at all of the PET products that were being offered, and we started breaking out the nylons to determine what we wanted to put on the floor, I was about done. And the reason I was done is because I saw in those first 10 hours the most fabulous products, values, astonishing products that I've ever seen for the money. And when the nylons came out, there was no value there, candidly. Now, I know I'm sounding really partial here to the PETs, but I just wanted you guys out there to understand, after 25 years, I was about done. We could have stopped at 4 o'clock and loaded our store with all the products we saw, and we'd have the best valued products in the industry to offer our shoppers. But we know we can't do that because you have to have nylons, you have to have variety, and we do have those, and they are coming, and they're great too. But I just wanted to throw that out. That was my perception of the PETs.
Could you tell the difference when we had the books lined up? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
I mean, we looked at literally hundreds and hundreds of products.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very difficult to determine one from another by looking, feeling, and touching. When you're trying to determine which one is 5 ounces heavier and which is a better dollar for dollar figure. No, it was tough for us to tell the difference. But what was remarkable was after the final analysis, the PET kept winning when it was unveiled. Yes, this is a filament PET, and it happens to be $3 less than the one you're feeling in your left hand.
I would piggyback on that, Bill.
Yes.
I had talked to, we were driving back and we were debating, which products to sell and all that. And I was kind of thinking back, and I started asking Steve Marsh some questions. And one thing I thought of was, in the 10 years that I've worked for S&G, I have still, to this day, yet to take a PC phone call, a customer calling to, want something inspected or reviewed. I still have not taken a single phone call on a wear issue, ever. Neither nylon or PET. So that first made me think back to what Jim just closed our last video with, which is, it's not what you buy, it's who you buy it from, because we warranty all of our products. And we're not having to warranty wear because the products we're selling are performing. But I went a step further and I asked Steve some questions, and he guessed, he didn't have all his figures in front of him, but he said probably less than 10, maybe 15% of his calls ever have anything to do with wear at all. Right. Above and beyond that, of the wear calls he gets, most of the time it's from, not vacuuming ever, yeah. Not cleaning properly, they're renting their own from the grocery store. Right. And then he said once you go beyond that, he said he couldn't tell you whether there was a more warranty issues with PET, nylon. He thinks they're all the same. So in his eyes, when he's going out on these PCs, he's not even thinking about fiber because he said that's never the issue. It never comes down to a fiber.
Right.
Interesting.
Well, and when you talk about the competitive edge, selling the competitive edge, that definitely plays into our strengths are the PETs.
Absolutely.
What a lot of people don't realize, and this is what I tell customers all the time when they come in, we've been selling PET since 1996. Red Bank was the first PET product we brought in to stock, right. A 38-ounce right. staple. And we tested the waters, and from that point on, it was Katie bar the door. Right. We have nothing but PETs in our inventory. We've got 60% of our floor PETs. Why? Because they right. work. Right. And when a customer comes in and says, everybody tells me not to buy PET, I ask them, I say, well, did they have any PETs? No, they don't. Well, it's nothing new. We've been doing it since '96. Right. They're behind the times.
Right. Talk about advantages S&G has.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, before you jump on that, with the Red Bank, just so you know, where we tested it was behind the sales counter. Oh. In the Rancho back on our old store. We actually installed, was probably about a 12 by 12 piece behind the sales counter, and we left it there for probably a good 6-8 months before we even brought in the inventory, because we were a little skeptical like Absolutely. Everybody, but after the results were in, it was like, wow, what a phenomenal wearing product at an unbelievable price. So,
and what I was going to say, advantages of S&G, talk about selling the S&G way. We're one of the few stores, I'm sure there's others out there, but we're one of the few stores that sells all the fiber classes. Right. We sell PET, we sell PTT, we sell nylon 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, we sell olefin, we sell it all. Most places places, because they don't have the size we have, they don't have the amount of training that we get where we can become proficient on every fiber type and talk about it. They pretty much have to put their eggs all in one basket and say, we're going to be a nylon store, or we're going to be a Smart Strand store, and kind of just run that direction. We are big enough where we can show it all, and we'll get the customer whatever fits best for them.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Most important, absolutely. We see it all the time. RC Willys is the phenom up here in the Central Valley now, and they promote Stainmaster. And as Wayne's pointed out, their carpet showroom is half the size of this conference room, and it's loaded with Stainmaster products. Well, those guys are jack-of-all-trade salespeople. That's all they know, and that's what they're going to promote. They don't know what PET is until we educate the customer, and you know, maybe it's getting our salespeople to jump on board and believe it too. And all I can do is offer up the proof that Steve offered us, the longevity we've had, and the success we've had selling those products. People come back and buy them again.
Well, let me play devil's advocate here. So what do you say to a customer when they come in and they say, I was just down at this other floor covering store, and they told me, whatever you do, don't buy a polyester product, only buy nylon. How do you handle that when the customers, because I've heard them say that before, how do you guys handle that?
I just ask them frankly. I say, out of curiosity, did they tell you why? I mean, did they tell you why you should avoid a PET or a polyester product? And oftentimes the answer is yes, because they wear horribly, or they wear like the C word, you know, or they're crap. Okay, is what they'll say. And if they're that strong and vociferous, I look at them and I say, okay, great. Well, let's go take a look at some nylon products. And you don't get 5 steps before the customer says, well, what do you think? And he invites your comment. And then I kind of play dumb and say, well, about what? You know, well, what do you think about polyester PETs? And that's an entree. Then you just jump right in and say, well, let me tell you how we feel about them. And you lay it out there. And next thing you know, you got a dialogue going. So again, it comes down to they don't even really know why they're looking for anything but a nylon, or why they're looking for specifically Smart Strand, only because somebody else told them they had to have it.
Absolutely. I always like to tell the customer, I have nylon, I have PET. Those guys, as you admitted, they don't have it. I can sell you either, but my sales technique is always, I try to find you the best value. Because I'm hoping you buy from me, you tell your friends, your family how well I took care of you. So I'm trying to get you the most carpet I can for the least amount of money. And that usually, you know, the light bulb goes on and they're like, okay, now we're talking.
Right.
You know, because everyone wants value. Some people may want a specific product, but everybody wants a good value. They want to get the most bang for their buck, and that's how I always try and sell.
Okay. What about Smart Strand? I know the Mohawk guys have done a great job of brainwashing, and they've got their Rhino video and all that stuff. What's your guys' thought on that real quick?
Well, again,
Wilson Art, Lazon, Smart Strand. I look at it the same way as a salesperson. Like we said in the beginning, if they come in and specifically ask for Smart Strand, what do we know? They've already been out shopping.
Right.
But what do we also know about Smart Strand? Everybody sells it, including Home Depot, and Home Depot being a national account, willing to bet they probably have a little bit better pricing than we do. So immediately, as a competitive salesperson, I say what? Where's my competitive edge? Our Lifetime series. Better warranties than Smart Strand, beautiful colors, beautiful selection, great price. Boom, I'm going there, I'm going to my stock, and I'll show them the Smart Strand if that's what they want to see, but I'm going to start asking those questions that Bill likes to ask, and if I can, I want to show them some Lifetime series, some stock products to, again, give them the best value, give them the most bang for their buck.
You bet. And the bang for the buck is the easy one, too, because everybody will tell you the Smart Strand, the one knock on it is it just feels really wimpy. And that's where the Lifetime just kills it. All you got to do is lay one sample down next to the Smart Strand, and they'll see it at $1.50 a foot less, and they're sold. Your value thing.
Right. Okay. Well, guys, thanks for spending the time and kind of educating us with your thoughts as far as selling the value of S&G. Again, not just the value of the service we offer, but the value products that we offer also. So hopefully everybody at home or in the stores gets a chance to watch this and open some great conversation amongst yourselves. And I would challenge anybody to practice selling the value products. If somebody, practice with the teammate, if someone carries in a Smart Strand product, how you're going to knock it off. Or if somebody says, I'm only interested in nylon, how we're going to convince them that our PETs are better. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Take care.